campaign manager actually reached out to us to ensure that artists were involved in this particular event. And with that said, we were helpful in curating the artwork that you see. We wanted to make sure that artists, their perspective and their voice is amplified. We pour into the city, we pour into everything, our daily lives, and it's just important for us to be present, but also here at the summit just to listen and see what Biden and Harris are really talking about, and just to learn more about their initiatives and how they plan to truly support black businesses and black entrepreneurs. We understand that the need is great, especially, when you have CEOs such as that of Wells Fargo. I'm going to just drop the name, who can just say that, apparently he has a hard time hiring black talent because there's none out there. And it's like, are you kidding me? We're everywhere. We're ample. You just choose not to see us. And so, difficult conversations are needed to be had, but I'm grateful for platforms such as this so we can go ahead and get it out. Let's air the dirty laundry and then make up and move on.
So a couple of days ago while I was with my family in South Carolina, I received a text message from Varian saying this is very urgent, got an opportunity for you, and by the time I was even able to respond back, our neighbors, Dion Galloway at Dup and SWAT, was happy to inform us that the Biden campaign was coming to Camp North End, and they needed artists to kind of like help with a particular project, right? So we sat down with his team, and they showed us some things, and they were really looking for sort of like a grassroots kind of like feel. They really wanted artists to create things that they felt were not only in line with like his campaign, but just also very much in line with like North Carolina. So it was a dope opportunity. I remember when Obama ran and Shepard Fairey did the poster, and everybody was just like so crazy and gung-ho about like designing things for like these political figures. And I think that's an important aspect of politics that is kind of like forgotten. Not necessarily like things being used as a propaganda piece, but there needs to be visuals attached to these campaigns. So like it was just dope to be able to make a little bit of iconography, not only for Camp North End, but for Biden and Kamala Harris.
So I chose build because I really enjoyed the word, like in the sense that community and I guess like what it represents as a unification of this whole entire like summer basically has been. And so when I was thinking of the word, I was thinking about the fact that we're trying to basically restructure how politically we've been kind of acting in the United States. And I thought it would be awesome to kind of showcase that quite literally, of just being like, we're literally uplifting not only ourselves, but then also each other in the process to rebuild ourselves like in our nation. So that's kind of like what I wanted to showcase. And then of course, I had to add my faces and everything like that. So I definitely put that in there too.
Collaboration is the name of the game in my world, But I already knew that based on all of us, we were going to definitely do our own thing, which I find to be is something that's indicative of the identity of Charlotte, that we are all individuals here, but when it's time for us to show up for Charlotte, people show up. So I was really excited. This is not my first rodeo at this kind of work. I knew that there was going to be a lot of rushing, and then you got to wait, and then you got to rush, and then you got to wait. But as far as my image goes, I knew what I wanted to do. I knew I wanted to be text-based, of course. But it was just something about politics that takes me to a place. I find that politics today are no different than the politics of the 60s and 70s. So when you look at the actual image, the background is all text that is Marvin Gaye's, like a lyric or two from Marvin Gaye's What's Going On. And then when you look inside of Camp North End, since I held down End, inside of End is excerpts from James Baldwin's essay, The Politics of Dignity. So I felt like pairing those two together to be seen at a moment like this would be very, very powerful. And it's, very relative to my style, because people are beginning to know me as a text-based artist now, which is pretty cool.
It's important to definitely be involved with local community, number one, and local artists, number two. And, I feel like our jobs are to first and most use our voices through our creativity, and to use it in a way of political togetherness so that we push values and what we really stand for and what we really believe in. I feel like it's important to show the youth that you can definitely use your voice in millions of different ways. And I was just super thankful to be able to be brought into this through Wesley and Black Market and everyone else that was involved to, again, just use our voice and stand for what we believe in. Everyone get out and vote. It is not an option. It's never really been an option, man. So many people have been fighting for decades for this moment where we can really make a difference in our country. And if we all don't, band together for the right things under God, then certain things will continue to happen. So just humbled to be here and use my voice through the art. And everyone get out there and vote. That is number one. Vote for someone. Use your voice.